Calgary, Colorado, unreal game. Went to overtime. Johnny Hockey gets it done in OT. I'd say these two would be an unreal Western Conference final. I mean, there's so many teams that would be unreal, but after that game the other night, we had a couple big boys going at it. Lucic, McDermott. I love the way they kind of got next to each other, bumped each other. You knew it was happening. They skated off to the side. Just classic NHL fight. You got to love that stuff. But what you think of the game there, Biz? Did you catch the whole thing or what?
Oh, I had everything. I mean, where do I start? Every loose puck, it was like a cage match. The crowd was unbelievable. You had, I mean, I would say 4-3 nowadays is the perfect hockey game. You get some solid goaltending, but yet you still get the offense. You mentioned the Lucic and McDermott fight off the draw. That just even brought it to a different level of intensity. The things that stuck out, Lindholm's still on this tear. He is just, like there's so many guys having such amazing seasons. His name won't come up in the heart, but what he's done for that team and a big reason for their success is him solely. Well, I guess that line in general. But the thing that stuck out offensively was that transition goal where Makar ended up taking it, getting down the ice. He ended up becoming the guy net driving, and McKinnon gets teed up for that one-timer, and it was just the speed coming up the ice was just, it looked like the game was in fast forward. So you mentioned that as a matchup. I mean, either that matchup or Colorado with the Golden Knights, I'll take it any day of the week. But what you mentioned earlier, Calgary looks primed and ready for a cup run, and the Red Mile will be a rocking.
If you take McDermott, Delorier, Reeves, Lucic, who you taking, Biz? Who's the toughest guy in the?
They're all going to be playing for the. They're all going to be playing for the Coyotes at ASU pretty soon, and we're going to be the new goon squad of the league. Nobody's going to come out there without having a busted nose and stitches in their face. Wow,
that's a great fight, though.
That's a really, really, really good question, Whit. So you just gave me the option if I got to take one heavy, whether I'm taking McDermott, Lucic, Delorier, and who was the fourth guy?
Revo. I mean, it's kind of a no. Like, I don't think there's a.
Well, I mean, you got to take age. But... You got to take age into factor here. Lucic far superior, the better player throughout his career. So I'd probably stick with Lucic because he wouldn't be intimidated by any of those guys. I think that Reeves is still the league heavyweight.
Okay.
That's but what I think Delorier's up at the end of this year. I have been adamant that I would love for the Coyotes to pick him up because I think that his game has definitely progressed through the years. And I think with the added toughness, he's just created a little bit more space for himself out there. So his play has just gotten better. So, yeah, I would stick with Luch as my number one answer.
Plus, he could take some classes at Arizona State if he does sign there.
Who?
Whoever signs there can take classes because they're playing in the college.
If you can write your name and read like a children's book, you can get into ASU. So
Lucic has about 55 to 60 sheets in the bank. I don't think he fucking cares about school.